Okay, this is part 2 from a couple weeks ago, and it's a Mustang, Ford Mustang, half view, and it's a nice looking muscle car that I've been really wanting to paint. I've painted a small version on my Facebook Live, but this is for you guys, this continued but a larger size painting. All right, I'm going to get busy right away. So I have colors mixed up, as you can see here for anybody just watching the video. I'm using Createx illustration colors. The white makes me take a transparent and turn it into an opaque or a semi-opaque. So I'm just showing you the brand, and the colors are mixed up already. There's frisket film on here. The background's protected. The background's not finished, but I just have some touching up on there and some tweaking to do. But I'm going to move on to the body of the car color. All right, so right now I have a color that, this is the lid to my solo cup. So, you know, right on there, like number 1, meaning the first color. There might be 5 greens on here. And so I mixed these and sprayed them out to get this color here. All right, and that's what I'm going to be working on. But right now, this actually isn't as bright as what happens is this color here gets misted onto that color. So I'm going after the highlight right now. I'll be using the Micron SB side bottle, and it's the older model, Okay, so let me get my paint into the color cup. Just use a little solo cup here, and here we go. Okay. And on the lid, I'll write down on the piece of paper that I attached to the lid is notes about like what color I used. Now, as far as the amount of drops and all that, I don't record that for myself. I just keep, you just keep matching and what have you. So we got film on here. I'm going to try to keep this video shorter than the last one if I can. Okay, so I'm just going to second coat that, air dry it. Putting a highlight down first that has a specific shape. Okay, again, I'm going to air dry that. That should be the color right there. You got to spray it out till you're covering it really well. Okay, so let's see. Okay, it's not coming off because the film has been erased on and all that kind of stuff. So it's not a big deal. This is all going to come out, but if I can get it to be a little cleaner before I pop that section out, I'll try. Use a Q-tip here with nothing on it. All right, so you can see the little area that I kind of preserved, and this section's going to come out anyway, so it's really more over here I want to clean up. And I see that I might have hit it with the Q-tip, so I'll just touch it up a little bit. On the real humid day, I had used my hair dryer to work it, dry it faster. Worked for me, speeded it up. So I got a little bit ahead of myself trying to clean up around it. Createx has a window of time where it's very easy to remove, and it's very easy to remove on the frisket, but not after what I've done to it, cleaning it so many times. I've made it become, it has some tooth to it now, so it's not the same. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm just popping out the part around the grill, the first I got to see this part right here and help it along. but that's no big deal. Everything with the OPEGs is very covering, so I'm going to put this color, again, that's Frisket right there. What is that part there? Okay, here we go. So this is protected, and I'm just going to spray this in, very light dusting first, right? So this is part 2 of last 2 weeks ago. That should be good there. You know, you're going to find the color here, here, and here, for the most part down here. So I can put that in as I take sections out. But because I want to continue to get the edge of this shape around the grill, I'm going to take advantage of that little shield there. There's a little, especially this part right here. So just bring it around and up in here. Up in here, I'll have a little wait. I'm going to have some, when I spray the other color, I'm going to have some highlights waiting on the edge. So I don't have to waste this by putting it all in the middle and stuff. Same here, there's 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. Actually, this one up there is whiter, so I'll just erase that out. You got a spot right here. So you're spraying light to dark. The lightest color of the car with the OPEGs. With the transparents, you can do it differently. But the OPEGs really cover. They're hiding the pencil lines right now. Totally buried it. In another couple passes, it will be gone. So what I'm painting is the highlight, right? And let's see, up here. Make sure that's open. Oh, hold on 1 second. I think that's open. Just go like that, yeah. All right, so there's a highlight up in here too. Zoom in a little bit more. Not that much. Right around. I guess I'll just do that and then move this over a little bit. So again, that's the highlight, the lighter color. Waiting for the next color. And I have to be careful painting around it. I'm going to second coat this one more time, right there. That should do it. Now, I'm going to go to the next color. So what I do in between is I have my little lid, right? Spilled things many times. I've called this electric green. I don't know what Ford calls that color. This car has been being washed, and there's a puddle down there. And like I said, it's either a rainy day or it's been washed on purpose to make it shine. And it still has all the water droplets on it, which is great. So it was on a free website. And this one is a mixture of cerulean blue, probably, yeah, definitely yellow. That makes you green. Red grays it. Moss green darkens it. And it's a semi-transparent, so I will use that for... I don't always have to spray this 100% now either. So hopefully I can get through this and get the other color out of there. Okay, here we go. Next color. Now remember, I said there's a little bit of this color hitting right here, but I gotta be careful of the edge because I want the highlight to show. So I'm just gonna carefully work it in there. and then kind of just go like that. I don't want to kill that electric green. Here it's darker, so yeah, that's protected. So let's go with, oh, that was supposed to be, oh, that's frisket there? I'm not sure, but that's a highlight. So let me see one thing here. Yeah, sometimes when you're peeling things off, you get confused. I think that's actually the lighter color. So let's take the eraser here and just open that area up, the aggressive eraser, and just leave it lighter for now. It's really just the first color I just sprayed. Okay, so that's good for now. And I'll just work around that very carefully right here, bringing that dark color in right there. Trying to leave a highlight, so stay in the middle. If I have trouble and I lose the highlight, I can put it back on in a different way. Just I'm kind of losing it there a little bit. It's just aiming, you know. The smaller painting, I did just the opposite to get it, so it worked out. Anyway, here I'll just try to work around it. Just kind of cuts through like this. Now, spraying it 100%. Now I could add the black over it, work from each color, dark to light, light to dark, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm losing a little bit of my highlight, so I'll do it the way, I'll show you real quick on my other painting for Facebook that it worked out better actually. Okay, and then this is just right to here. Spraying it more 100%. There's a little bit of the highlight, but I've kind of lost the edge of it right there. But that's okay, I can put it back on. See that my finger hit that, let's just air dry it, second coat it. This is semi, so this can get darker and darker, and I'm getting to painting. It's pretty far along, as you can see here. So you can see the highlights are in there, but I did it the reverse. I sprayed sloppily over both sides, and then I had that show up, and then I just cleaned it up with the dark. Sprayed this first. So, and you can see some of the hood, some of the hand painting with the light, with the paintbrush. So there's where I'm at. It's not finished. I got to do the lenses and a small lens there, tweak the area of the lamp, and go for it. There's some two tones of this water dripping down on the hood. This is a cool washout here, and there'll be gray up in here, like grays and browns. Okay, so that's the small one. All right, so that's where we're going with this. I better put that in a safe place. Okay, it's time to take out a section here. Let's go right to about here. And I'll grab that piece. Everything's been cut beforehand. And we'll go from there. Okay, we're going to go around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have less of a headache by going like this. and having just one piece kind of like that, that's better to use. I'll just put that off to the side for now. All right, so that's open. What else? Now we want to take the rest out. Right here. Again, this is a Frisket by Art Tool. I think Art Tool. You know, different brands are on the market. I like the flat finish. Satin, I call it the satin finish. The grill's, you know, the grill is protected. The bottom area here is protected. And we're about to go into, let's see, what do we have here? We need to spray that. So I'm going to just take this out. Okay. A little bit of a uncut piece here. And right here. There's tape. There's a frame around this, white tape. See, the Frisket's going all the way around, but doesn't matter. It's just wherever I cut it, I guess. Okay. So we got to put the light area in. Go back to the other color. Hopefully I can pour a little bit back into the green, the dark green. I seem to have a lot more of the dark green. And I definitely need the light green to continue. And for some reason, I must have used a lot of it. I thought I made a lot of it, but... Okay. Now I need the light green again, so my new habit is to put the lids on, and again, that match would be in here more. That little swatch. Okay. So now we go back to the number 1 color, which I'm hoping I have enough. Looks like I do. I might put a drop of white in there. It won't matter to me if it's I need a little more. Just whoops. You know how you say 1 drop and then 2 drops go in? Kind of just happened to me. So I made it lighter a little bit. I can work it. Okay. Gave me more paint. Definitely gave me more paint. Get that other green out 100%. There we go. And here we go with the lighter green. So let's put it, it's on the edge here. Now turn it down from cleaning it. This has a shield on it. I need that edge. So I'm just gonna spray mostly. It doesn't matter, the dark's gonna come in and then you'll really see the highlight. So we'll just get that covered. And here I can come back. Maybe do my highlights. This is how I did it on the other one. I just kind of, okay, there's no protection here, but the darker color is going to cover the lighter color. So I can kind of just walk along the edge. Just like that. Go on to the dark. If I have a shift, then I could fix it with a correction color. But for now, I don't want to waste too much here. That's the highlight area. It's the lighter area right there. Okay, this is right on the board here, but I don't have to worry about that. So I look again for the light color. I don't worry about the pencil lines. I can find them later. This is protected. And this green reappears back up here, so we'll just kind of not waste it. We'll just put it in heavy right here. Okay, and it goes right down onto the lens like that. Okay. And then it's here, so I'll just put it in. really second coating it good. There's an edge here, so I'll try it again. And if I lose it, I lose it. I can always do it the other way. But I definitely see using a white color here to put down and then put the, but I have to fight off the color shift, but that's another story in itself. Okay, so we've got this area. So I can go in here and just put more paint in. That little painting ate up a lot of that color. So it seems like the shape is right all the way starting here, right beyond that. Let me put this behind there. Okay, here we go. So the pencil lines are going away, and that's fine with me. Air dry it. Let it run out a little beyond its place. Highlights we'll put in later. Drops we'll put in later for this area. Okay. What else? That's over here. Doesn't matter if I go beyond the shape, as long as that color is waiting. One more time here. It's all gone. The pencil lines are gone. Air drying it. Need a little help with some water just to get that last bit out. Really surprised. I thought I made a lot of this green, but I'm making it to the areas that it needs to be. Okay, so in here, when I take that off, here's the highlight right there. Okay, and that goes just into nowhere. It goes into the darkness. So we'll come underneath the lens here. We'll pop out this section. Now we have the edge that we need on this side. Right there. And I'm going to put some of this lighter color inside here. It's not the color, and I don't have to worry about anything to do with an edge there. I'm just going to put it in. Kind of let it spray it a little lighter maybe. And there'll be another color sprayed over it. And it kind of just goes like this. And that should do it for the light color. I'll go back in here one more time. Okay. Let's go to the darker color, and then you'll see it coming together as far as what the two will do to help each other along. So that's one. Number two now is, so this one still has paint in it, but it's not a lot. And so I will not need this anywhere else because the next color is actually the greens change. The hue, it's a different hue, that hue is the name of color. So it's not just a different value like this. That's another color. That looks like hunter green almost. Okay. So let me get my number two, which I have a lot of, and start. What I'll do is just this part of the body and keep the video relatively in small segments so people know that part 3 or 4 is coming, but this way it keeps you guys from too long of a video. There's a few people that like the real long videos, but okay. Test it on the side. Here we go. Now it's going to look like the same color. It's not though. See? As soon as I start spraying, the darker part of it shows. Spray right. This is covered. And I'm going to just stay away from that area. I'm constantly looking at the reference. Try to not block you guys. Once the dark color is next to the light color, it starts to take shape. That's a shield there, I see. So that would be like something like this. There's a shield here, so I can just start painting it in. See how it looks like the same color? But because there's moss green in there and other colors, I'm calling it a semi-transparent, opaque. Because you can only put so much white in it, and then it gets ruined, right? It gets to be too light. And the opaque, the white is what makes it opaque. And you can buy opaque paints, but the factory made them. I'm making my own colors. And I'm using my own eye to judge how dark I want to spray it, because I can go too far. Spraying far away. Okay, I'm going to start coming down. This can get a little more on it, but right now. And this kind of goes this way a little bit more. Kind of comes up. It's very skinny here, actually. So I'll do it this way. I don't have to worry about this section. Almost turned like a blackish green. All right, so let's come over here now. There's the highlight waiting. I'm just going to work around it. If I lose some of it, I have other ways of putting the highlights back in, so I'm not worried about that either. Kind of feathers out into a melt there, kind of like a fade. And then this is all dark, so I'll just spray that in. There's a post note where I can, right there. But I know it turns, so I gotta be careful. So I'll just kind of work down and around from there. This is very dark over here. Boy, the big painting is swallowing up paint really quickly. All right, so what's going on here? This meets here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put the highlight in this section more so afterwards. Now let's get rid of this. Just kind of freehand it in. Pretty dark here. Must have hit it with the cup there. Okay, so the darkness seems to end right. Let me fix that right there. It's pretty dark there, so we'll just go around it. And we'll fill this in here. Keep it uniform, you know. It's not all the first color, so that's what I'm doing here. It's kind of got that second coating on there. Let's go here. Stare at this. Mist over that just lightly. And pretty much go right into the black now. And that'll be the video for today after I get the black in there, so you can kind of see something happening. Lens is protected. Okay, you can kind of see where that is. Went out too far and did that. That's the good part about the color, though. There's a window of time when you could come in. Let's just do that right now, because I see the line a little bit. Let me just see if I can do this. It goes down like that. It's a water, you know, runoff. I don't want to break through to the white of the board. I want to leave a mark. There's a highlight here that I'm not going to mess with that, but I am going to do this one over here. There's a runoff right here. Just shows me where to go later. And there's a couple right in here. Okay, we'll just leave them there to help me work on it later. This is protected. So now I'm just going to take some black. Okay, we can expose that area. Little misalignment. Actually, wasn't the original piece. I recut that out, so I'll just get close and edge it. Make sure you guys can see that. Okay, so now we need the black. I'm just putting it a little bit into a solo cup so that I could put a little bit of water, distilled water in it, just to help it move a little bit. Depends on my paint. Some of my paints are older, even though they're new bottles and stuff. Like my yellow is brand new, and very fluid. It works out. It works out great. But some of the other older bottles of the same color, like black or whatever, doesn't move as nice. guess it gives you a little more punch there. All right, so here it all is pretty dark in here. And it goes all the way over, out and onto somewhere around here. Shoots right across, and this gets buried. You can still see the green there, but it's got a lot of black kind of over it. So it turns into just a hidden green, you know, like it's just in the, this is pretty strong, this line, which will help us see this shape better. That'll touch up later. Don't want the overspray going out. It's starting to go out onto that. So I'll have to put the shield back on for that. So I'm going from the lights to the darks, and I end up getting a very nice effect. So what happens here at this point is I'll put the shield on here later. Let's see if we can clean that up at the edge. Okay. Little fingernail action, huh? Okay. So that's kind of what is going on as far as laying in the colors. Lighter color first. You know, as far as this piece, that would be on most likely, you know, you try to save the pieces on the shiny paper. In this case, I didn't do that. I just stuck it on the sideline. So let's see, what do I need? This very wiggly. Let's see, it should be right around. Right? Yeah, that goes up there where that goes back out. Some of the skinny pieces don't work anymore. You know, they just lose their stick. I think I'm a little high, a little above, I should say. Oh boy, this is not easy to put on there by itself. So let's see. I think that's pretty good. We got that edge there. So let's go in with the black. This will be the end of today's video. Take it in segments, you know. It's black in there. I mean, it's really black. I'll just kind of deepen that a little bit. Right there. I'm going to let it go like that for now. A little black here, maybe. Okay. And like I said, all kinds of mistakes and little, I went too far with this color and I went not far enough with that color. That all can be fixed. The OPEGs are very forgiving, you know. So what we're going to do on the next video is we'll go into, we'll open this color up and spray that in. We'll open this color up. Let's see. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I won't even clean it off right now. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. All right, and yeah, we ended up doing 45 minutes anyway. So, okay, it's hard to do it any other way. I guess it takes time. But anyway, there's the small one. And you can see how I'm working the highlights back in very subtly, very realistically. And that's what I'll do to this to, you know, to sculpt it and get it to be where I want it to be. Okay, so thanks for checking these videos out. You know, if you like them, and like I said, if you really enjoy the video, please like it. If you don't have to do that, because it gives me more traffic, I think, on YouTube. And these videos are free right now. They're free. I'm not getting paid from YouTube or anything. So it's just, I'm building the channel for the future. In the meantime, this is what I have, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks again for looking at this and checking it out. See you then. God bless you guys. Be safe.